Uganda Limited. Dear distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's for me an immense pleasure and a great honor to be with you today on the occasion of this historical event to mark the FID of the Lake Albert Development Project. I said, and it's a real pleasure to be once again here in Kampala, in the Pearl of Africa. I said once again because Uganda is a country that I visited the most around the world since 2018, when we decided that we'll make all efforts in Total Energies to come to this final investment decision. For me, today is definitely a day of happiness for all of us, the joint venture partners in this Lake Albert development project, but also, I hope, for the people of Uganda and of Tanzania. I will call it the D-Day. This is a day, to be clear, where we committed to invest the $10 billion which are required to develop the Tilenga projects and the Kingfisher project upstream Uganda, but as well this very long 1,400-kilometer pipeline from Hoima to Tanga, from Uganda to Tanzania, which is, of course, a masterpiece of the projects. So it's a day where we are committing and to go to first oil by 2025, and maybe a little before if we could. Last year I came in April 21 during another important event when the two governments of Uganda and Tanzania signed the agreement paving the way to the IACOP projects. By that time I was chairman and CEO of Total. No, I'm no more this one, I'm chairman and CEO of Total Energies. As the Honourable Minister said, the energy world is changing, and we must adapt to build a responsible future, taking fully into account this climate change phenomenon, which the young generation are asking us to fight against and to take actions. This is why we transform our company from Total to Total Energies, to become a multi-energy company and a major player in the energy transition. It does not mean at all that we give up on oil and gas, be sure. It means that fundamentally we are adding a new business unit in our company, which is power, electricity, from renewable and gas. So this company, Total Energies, is about oil in Uganda, gas and electricity, and thank you, your Honourable Minister, for the memorandum of understanding you accepted to sign today. Of course, during this transition, we need to meet the world's demand for oil. The current spike in global oil price demonstrates that the lack of investment in this sector could have some consequences for customers. We need to launch new developments like the one we are launching today for the Lake Albert development to compensate for the decline in the production around the world of existing fields and to meet the demand. As a responsible company, Total Energies has decided to focus our investments on projects with low costs and low emissions. And I can testify today that these Lake Albert development projects is meeting these two targets, low cost and low emissions. And that's why I'm proud to contribute and announce the final investment decision of this project. The last year has been very busy for all our teams, Mr. President and Mr. Vice President, I can tell you, including the last days. The key agreements were signed, enabling legislation were voted by parliaments, thank you, dear parliament members of Uganda and Tanzania. And today, the IACOP company is established with its shareholders, TotalEnergies, UNOC, TPDC, and CNOOC. And I would like again to publicly acknowledge and thank all the teams from both countries who have worked hard day and night under your guidance, Your Excellency President Museveni, and the guidance of President Samia Suluhu Hassan. And I will tell you, if we arrive today at this landmark event, it's because along the maybe too long journey since the last 10 years, we built the trust between the partners. And it's long to build trust, but I can think, and I'm really proud that we built this trust, allowing us to spend this $10 billion and to go to first oil. Tangible progress has already been made on the ground without waiting that day, with some land acquisitions, and already some civil works are starting on site, and some engineering and procurement has been kicked off locally and around the world. But from today, with the FID, the project will fully enter into the construction phase, and we will award firmly all the main contracts of Tilenga, Kingfisher, and IACOP projects, and they will be signed in the coming days. Again, they represent a commitment of $10 billion by all the partners. The development of such a major project for Uganda and Tanzania is, of course, a major one and transformational for both countries. And our ambition is to make it an exemplary project in terms of shared prosperity, in-country value, and sustainable development. We are fully aware that these projects represent transformational opportunities for Uganda and Tanzania. They will lead to significant and enduring in-country value being created over the next 4 years of construction, but also during the next 20 years of planned production. The expectations of national content are very high, but very legitimate, Honourable Minister. And we are committed to be successful in this domain, in collaboration with the authorities, but also with the private sectors of both countries. For operations worldwide, the national content and participation, active participation of local companies is critical to the success of such large projects. These projects will require as well significant land acquisitions program. And we have a close attention to the rights of the local communities is a must. And a fair land acquisition process has been developed with the authorities of Uganda and Tanzania and in compliance with all the performance standards of the international finance corporations. For the government of Uganda and Tanzania, as well as for TotalEnergies, taking high care of the local communities is a top priority since the beginning of the project, and it will continue during the duration and the execution of the construction phase and the production. Some tangible initiatives have already been launched in the Bulisa district on livelihood improvement, proposing training and activities linked to agriculture for cassava and vegetables growing or apiary, and supporting people in managing their budgets. We are also very conscious of the sensitivities of the areas where we are going to work, in particular from an environmental point of view. We are committed to leaving a positive environmental footprint, especially, of course, in the Murchison Forest Park, where together with our partners we have the ambition to leave the environment in better condition than it was before the project began. On these matters, I confirm that we in TotalEnergies value the dialogue with local, national NGOs, and that they will be always welcome to visit our installations and projects. I would also like to mention that in our journey with Uganda and Tanzania, TotalEnergies has the ambition to become a privileged partner on new energies and renewables, like I said before. So that's why I will please to witness the signature of the MOU today. As a conclusion, this is a very historic day, the D-Day, but in fact, it's only the departure day. The departure day for teams to work hard to build the projects. And I think we should not forget it. We spent 10 years, we entered into Uganda in 2012 as Total Energies, Total by that time, to achieve this commitment today. We have 4 years now to build it. We should not forget it because before this day, it was a time of long negotiation, finding solid base for the projects. It's done. No, it's a time of execution. Industry is the art of execution, and time is money. So we must not lose a single day. And the only way to do it, to execute it, to support our teams in Uganda, in Tanzania, from Total Energies, CNOOC, UNOC, TPDC, is to be united and to keep in mind the trust we have built together. This is for me fundamental, because each day we will lose is not only not meeting the target that the chairman of UNOC said to us, it will also mean money and cost. So please keep the trust together and keep that in mind. It's my request today to all of you. I would like to conclude that, again, this day would have been possible without the clear leadership involvement of President Museveni from Uganda. I will remember for long the night of November 2019, where both of us alone, we decided that we'll reach this FID, whatever it costs. That night, we founded the right foundation for the projects. And I thank you, Mr. President, for your trust as well. I would also reiterate my gratitude to President of Tanzania and Mr. Vice President. Tanzania, again, to produce the oil from Uganda, we need to have access to the sea. And the choice down to go to Tanzania by President Museveni, really, we met in Tanzania very committed people. And that day as well, we would not have been possible without your support in Tanzania. So thank you for your leadership and guidance and support to us. So, I've been a little long, but again, this is important. Final investment decisions, the commitment of my company and our partners. So thank you for your support again.
Surely we can do better than that. Another round of applause for Mr. Patrick Poyane. So this is the moment. You know, if it was a football match, this would probably be the last sport kick in extra time. Or this would be when you have drum rolls and fireworks and not the other one, and razzmatazz. So allow me to invite the Honourable Minister to make this, or to lead us through this grand announcement. So you're most welcome, Honourable Ruth Nakabira, to take us through what everybody has been waiting for. The excitement is palpable. I know everyone at home was waiting for this, so you're most welcome, Honourable.
Thank you very much, Your Excellencies and colleagues. I looked at Mr. Ramadan Gobi, who is the Uganda's Permanent Secretary and Secretary to the Treasury, as Mr. Patrick Poyane was speaking, and Gobi's head was nodding as Patrick was also nodding. I think what we are doing today means a lot to the Minister of Finance. Thank you very much. I recognize Honorable Migereko, the former Minister of Energy, Uganda. Thank you for coming. Thank you for honoring our invitation and all that you did. Your Excellency, all what we have been doing has been the rituals. Ugandans and Tanzanians and the world is waiting for the announcement. And I know that many of us were asking themselves that we've listened to the CEOs of these